Morning, everyone. Morning, everyone. How's it going? Get this shared up real quick on a few different places. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hmm. All right. Share it up. 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 Let's go. All right. It's early in the morning. Today is strikeout day, man. Pitcher day, right? Pitcher day. Pitcher day. Pitcher day, not picture. Pitcher, right? So it is what it is with that situation. We got a ton of pitching on the board on the matchup today. What you're seeing on the screen here is Jackson. Jackson, they sponsor my channel, and uh, AI based, your personal AI sports companion, right? You can use my code D, capital word, capital letters, DEEBETS, D Bets for 25% off your first purchase here. You'll see me use this early and often, a lot. So it is what it is, right? So we'll start off today with I'll ask Jackson. Since today is strikeout day, I'll ask Jackson what is his favorite pitching props today, right? And we'll start it off just like that. Good morning, Pat. Singer sold me on his strikeouts. I had a bad feeling. I still choose the over. I choose the over too. I did, took my L, and I went on about my business, man. Straight up. It's crazy, right? But we'll start with Jackson here. Uh, Give me a top pitching props today. How about we see that, right? Love to see it. You know what I'm saying? Love to see it. All right, let's dive into today's top MLB pitching props. I'm gathering the latest info and we'll be right back with some solid recommendations shortly. So, while he's cooking, let him cook. Um, we got Scooble. We got uh, uh, Gray versus Skeens. We got some nerfy spots, right? Um, we have Crochet. Bass. How's he gonna look? Sale versus Wheeler. Lopez, Reagan's, um, Freddie, right? At Colorado. We know that Colorado ballpark can produce runs, and you could any pitcher can get lit up in there. We have Framber, Valdez, Castillo ain't been looking too good. Morton, Kelly, whatever the case may be with that. Lodolo, San Francisco loves lefties, right? San Francisco loves lefties, and I'd like to target Chapman. I like to target Fitzgerald, and my favorite bet to target is Ramos, right? So Dylan Cease, Springs, right? So we definitely got some matchups that we really, really, really need to take advantage of, right? So in some shape, form, or fashion, whether you're shaking them down, altering, or things like that. Steele, yes, Steele had his knife sharp last night. Yep, he had that knife sharp. He was the man of steel last night for sure, right? So it is what it is with that. Um, Going back to Jackson, right? We asked Jackson, hey, give me your top 5 pitching props, right? So let's see what Jackson came up with. Philadelphia Phillies at Atlanta Braves. Zach Wheeler over 7.5 Ks. Historically, Zach Wheeler has struck these boys out, but let's see what Jackson's talking about. Recent form, Wheeler has been dominant, hitting it over in 100% of his last 5 games with an average of 9.2 strikeouts a game. He's averaging 9 strikeouts per game this season, clearing this line in both starts. Um, the Braves have a high strikeout tendency with 10 plus strikeouts in 4 of their last 5 games. Wheeler also has a strong history against Atlanta, holding them to a 5.66 OPS and 266 career at bats. With this current form, Atlanta strikeout struggles. Wheeler is a strong pick to exceed 7.5 strikeouts, and I agree. Sonny Gray over 6.5 strikeouts at the Pittsburgh Pirates, minus 108 on Pinnacle right now. Gray has hit the over in 80% of his last 5 games, averaging 7.8 strikeouts a game. Opponents matchup the Pirates in 2024. Gray averaged 8.5 strikeouts a game, clearing his line in both matchups. Season performance, he's averaged 7.5 strikeouts per game this season. Um, with a favorable matchup and a strong historical performance against Pittsburgh, Gray is a solid pick to go over 6.5 strikeouts. That's number 2. Number 3, Framber Valdez over 5.5 strikeouts. I like it. It's not all high and shit like that, but at the end of the day, recent form, Valdez has hit the over in 70% of his last 10 games, averaging 6.3 strikeouts a game. Opponent matchup, well, while his 2024 numbers against Seattle um, were below average, 4.25 strikeouts per game. His overall form and consistency make this line achievable. Season performance. Valdez is averaging 6.5 strikeouts per game this season, clearing his line in 50% of his starts. Despite the juice, Valdez's consistency and ability to rack up strikeouts make this a strong play. Number 4, Shane Baz. Los Angeles Angels at Tampa Bay Rays, plus 120 at BetMGM. Recent form, Baz fan 10 batters in his 2025 debut, pitching 6 scoreless innings. Season performance, he's averaging 10 strikeouts per game, clearing his line in his only start. Opponent matchup, the Angels are a present tough challenge. But Baz' recent form and strikeout ability make him a strong candidate to hit the over. Recommendation at plus odds, Baz strikeouts potential is worth backing. Um, Last but not least, y'all know who he is. Paul Skeens, right? At Pittsburgh Pirates, odds minus 140 over 6.5 strikeouts. Recent form he has hit the over in 6 of his last 10 games, averaging 6.8 strikeouts per game. Against the Cardinals in 2024, Skeens averages 7.67 strikeouts per game, clearing his line in all 3 matchups. Granted, this team doesn't strike out much, but let's keep it moving. He's averaging 6.5 strikeouts this season, showing consistency. Recommendation: with a strong history against St. Louis, Skeens is a reliable pick to exceed 6.5 strikeouts. A lot of these strikeout numbers, you should have gotten them early, early this morning, right? Last night, late last night, or something like that. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? So, you know, it is what it is. Okay, let me get rid of this guy real quick. Let me get rid of this. Okay, let me block him out of there. Thank you. Thank you for helping me block you. All right. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go here with the beauty of Jackson. I'm going to go here and I'm going to download these, right? Download these graphics. Oops. I'm going to download this Sonny Gray. I'm going to download this Framber Valdez. Thank you, because I forgot all about Framber Valdez. Is Houston at home? Shane Bass. I'm going to download this. And I'm also going to download this Paul Skeens. Bang, right? These will get posted, tweeted, whatever the case may be, right? Whatever the case may be. All right. Now, today, how I'm approaching this slate, it's a ton, it's a ton of pitching on the slate right now, right? It's a ton of pitching. Um, I've never been a bully, never been a bully, but I really want to target. I want to beat up on some of this bad pitching, right? I don't really want to, take any of these bats. I might evaluate some of these pitching matchups to cross my T's and dot my I's when I'm pitching taking my pitcher props. But I do want to beat up on some of these bad. I do want to beat up on some of these bad pitchers, right? So let's just see what we can do. So first and foremost, let's go over here to the New York game here and taking a look at. Hold on, wait a minute. I was getting ready to do something. Oh, the weather. Can't go without that, right? Got to check out the weather and my uh my uh my uh my my prize picks is still down, bro. It's still down. So New York at Detroit, cold, temperatures in the 30s, winds out to left at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Maybe a sprinkle, but no delays. Miami at New York Mets, temperatures in the 40s and wildly windy. We're talking about 25 sustained winds, gusts 35 miles an hour, blowing a bit out to right, a bit to left to right. I guess I'm mildly concerned with the it's too windy and too cold to play game, but I don't actually think it would be an issue. And we would know well beforehand if it is. So big win, right? Big win, right? Big win. All right. Listen, wins. We're talking 25 sustained gust winds, 35 gust. Chicago at Cleveland, a stray snowflake, temperatures in the 30s, winds blowing at 15 miles an hour, a bit in from left and a bit left to right. Um, St. Louis at Pittsburgh, temperatures in the 30s, winds out to left centers, 10 miles an hour. Toronto at Boston, a snowflake or two is possible, but the real story again is the wind. We'll again see 25 sustained wind gusts and near 40 miles an hour. This time blowing out to right. Combine that with the temps in the 30s, and it feels like temps is roughly 20 degrees. I'm mildly worried about it being too cold and windy to play, but if they decide that if they decide that, we would know it, well ahead of time. No delays possible. It is just will they play or not, and they probably will. Texas and Chicago, temps in the 30s, winds blowing mostly right to left at 10 miles an hour. So we got winds, gusts, no rain. Interesting, right? That's interesting. And that's Kevin Rolfe. You want to follow him on X. Bang. Okay. So, um, I got some J's right there. I got some J's right there. All right. So, it's gonna be interesting today. Today is gonna be very interesting. First things first, Carlos Carrasco at New York Yankees at Detroit Tigers. This game will be coming on shortly. So let's take a look. Now, we have to take pitching into consideration for sure. I will do this though. Let's pull up a baseball savant. Let's look at some leaderboards. Almost that time, man. It's almost that time for me to go to my leaderboard situations, right? So, advanced, just left hand pitching update. All right. So, what we do know, let's look at WRC Plus versus left hand pitching. New York Yankees, man. Man, look at them. 1,000 OPS, batting average, K rate is kind of down so far. And 180 plate appearances, they probably have the most plate appearances versus lefties this season. 181 the Dodgers. So right now they crushing left-handed pitching. So that's one thing. Take a look at taking a look at despite anything, we do know Judge has put his hands on this guy before, and he does have two bombs. Paul Goldschmidt has two bombs versus him, along with Judge have two bombs. Right, Judge batting 429, right along with Paul Goldschmidt right now. So both of those guys have two bombs. Those are the only guys who have bombs versus him. Okay, on this team. Now, we always got to take pitching into consideration, so we definitely know that. So let's take a look at I took a look at a few things I believe in this game. I don't remember, right? But I know, like I said, we're gonna take pitching into consideration for sure. So uh, I don't know how I will be targeting these guys, if, when, and how. But take a look at Scooble here. We'll look at the righties real quick, and we'll go with the pitch mix here. We'll go to the New York's right hand batters, left hand pitching, New York Yankees, and we'll look at the pitch mix here, which should be the top pitcher should be the fastball. Last year, let me see this year. Fastball changeup. Okay, so the fastball here. This season here, um, Goldsmith really likes this fastball. He's 5 for 8 on that fastball. Hasn't struck out. None of these guys really striking out versus the fastball. Judge, rough start to the fastball this season. He's 1 for 6 to the fastball. Very interesting, right? Keeping it moving here. Judge does look pretty. I mean, Goldsmith looks pretty green there, man. Pretty green. Joe Goldsmith loves lefties. He let us down the other day in the bomb category, but it is what it is, right? Um, Anthony Volpe looked good. He's got two bombs in the last 7 days. Volpe does have a bomb versus that fastball, and then we add in the changeup, slider, and the sinker. Judge, um, not a big sample size for any of these people, any of these batters, or whatever case may be. Volpe does have two bombs this year up until now. Goldie, he's batting 571. Isolated power, all that stuff looks great. The fly ball, everything for Judge as well. Judge has three bombs on that pitch. So, it is what it is, right? Goldie and Judge, both of these guys got bombs off him historically. Um, so that's that, right? We can look at some last year numbers if we want. I'll flick it over there to there right now. And Goldsmith and Judge have been, even last year, they've been hitting these pitches pretty good for each of their standards. So um, I can flick a daytime switch on there, and Goldsmith looks green. Judge is green as well, right? So those two guys, they do have good history versus him, and we'll see what's going to happen. Um, on the lefties, for the lefty matchup, we'll see what he's throwing to the lefties here, which would be um, the sinker, slider, fastball, changeup. Same thing, man. Same thing. Truth be told, we wound it back to this year, and a lot of these guys are green, right? A lot of these guys are green. Good morning. That's just a testament to what these guys do so far and have done so far versus left-hand pitching. As you can see, 180 play appearances so far. Even last year, they were hitting lefties really, really good at a 179 WRC plus, 1,000 ISO. I mean OPS. You get it. Might as well say they batting 300. So whatever the case may be, it is what it is. So, but the Yankees have faced a pitcher, a lesser standard. Somebody like I forgot they just came in there and fanned them up. So it's not all peaches and cream. Scooble did just actually Scooble did go in there and get them last year for about 10 or 12 Ks. So that's something that you might want to take a look at there. The strikeouts. So big time pitching matchups today. Um, for the people who weren't here, I did go back to Jackson and we asked them their top five pitching props today. They gave us some nice, interesting, interesting picks. That's the first thing I did on the video. So even if you do want to go back and check it, you can. Um, Going back to last year, Scooble, I think he got him for about 12 Ks. I can go back and look again. Let's see, 2024. Um, yeah, he went 6 innings, 12 Ks, one bomb. That probably was Judge. Okay, that bomb. So speaking right back to where we were with these left-hand batters here, um, I don't know if I'm what I'm gonna do yet. What I did do last night was they had a team total of 2.5 on ESPN bet at a minus 140 or 145, something like that. I didn't bet it straight, but you know, I uh I put it in a parlay or something like that, and I'll show you guys. Um I think I put it with San Diego money line. That's what I did. So now it's moved. It's been, of course, it's moved, but you get it at 2.5 at minus 160. I got it like a minus 140, minus 145, some shit like that. So it is what it is. I think that's an interesting play, right? There's some green here, but I also take in consideration there's some good pitching here, right? So it's a multitude of ways you can look at these things. You can look at it. You can look at it a lot of ways. These are numbers just for this year. Last year, versus this pitch mix. Here's some numbers right here versus the pitch mix last year. I can flick a day switch on and see who looked good in the daytime. But right now, truth be told, I don't know if I'm going to bet any of these pitchers or any of these batters. Truth be told, right? Um, what I do know is historically, Goldsmith has always been good versus lefties, and or for the most part, he's been good versus lefties, and Judge as well. So those will probably be, you got Austin Wells versus pitch mix. You can't deny some of this green. Wells, Jazz. So Grisham, Jazz got a high strikeout rate. Wells strikeout rate is low. Cody hasn't struck out versus this pitch mix this year. He does have one bomb. He's batting 500 versus this pitch mix. So I'll leave you guys with that, right? But the usual suspects here, these are the Rice. Hasn't been looking too good versus this pitch mix, right? But like I said, you got to take pitching into consideration, so it is what it is, right? I'll leave you guys with that. Detroit. On the Detroit side, I think I've looked at some righties that look pretty good here, right? Looking at Carrasco, um, Slider, sinker, changeup, slider, sinker, fastball, changeup. So he switched some things up. Slider, sinker. He switched some things up. So let's look at these Detroit righties. Throw the slider up there. Malloy. I think he's one of the guys that I was looking at. So Malloy, he likes that slider. Jake Rogers likes that slider. Both of these guys, Malloy hasn't struck out versus that slider yet. Um, with a 20% walk rate, right? Rogers, uh, he's hitting that slider as pretty good right now. Sinker, these are the top two pitches. Where this year he's thrown over 30%, both of them. So, he could have been switching some things up. So, Malloy, seven hits on 20 at bats, 350 right there on that. Let me see if we got a projected lineup out or a lineup. Let me refresh this. Oh, we got the lineups out. So Malloy is definitely leading off. Um, Torkelson, Rogers on the back end in that 9 hole. Goldsmith leading off. Judge, Jazz. I don't know what's up. And I should have never bet on him. I shouldn't have never bet on Bellinger, man. I don't know what's wrong. What's up with Bellinger? I don't know. But he ain't in the lineup. Wills, Grisham down there. Volpe in there. Dominguez, Peraza. All right, well, so Malloy, Rogers. Rogers batting 400, not striking out versus the sinker and the slider. Okay, let me see something here. Let's go over here to some consistency sheets, right? Hold on. Okay, let's go. Search Malloy. Um, so walks, they like the under walks for Malloy. Bases and the hit. They like a bases and a hit, right? So I'll they also like the hits, runs, and RBIs. So just for right now, I'll throw a hit over there. But let's see what Jackson says about Malloy. Hmm. Justin Malloy has exceeded this in 100% of his games against the Yankees in 24 and 2025, indicating a strong likelihood, right? I could take a look at some of his hit rates right now. He did get there yesterday. So he's been kind of spotty, but I like him versus the pitch mix. Jackson likes him. We'll take the over. So I'll add him to the player pool, right? Bang, right? I'll add him to the player pool. Wham. Okay. How about Jake Rogers? Um, let's look for Jake Rogers here. They like him for a hit. I'll get the details on that. Let's ask Jackson what he thinks here. Jake Rogers is the over in 6 of his last 10 games, indicating a recent trend towards exceeding his line. The pitch mix, he looks good versus the pitch mix here. I couldn't talk myself off of it, right? Even if I go to games back and just look at this season here, and I can do that right now and apply that. And he didn't have a hit yesterday, but he's 50% of this to the season, right? So I don't mind him, right? So I'll add that. I'll add that as well, right? Don't mind that. You get a hit for him at a -110 somewhere, FanDuel, right? So that's a decent number right there. Could be a sleeper. Could go bomb for you, right? So I'll add those two guys for right now, and then let's go back to the see where we were at. Last year, taking a look at these guys versus these top two pitchers last year, and they didn't look so good, right? Malloy had a good average on it, so I'm fine with that. Mm, Rogers didn't look so good, hit it on the day switch on there. Um, Guys didn't look extremely that good throughout the day last year, but this is a new year, right? Noah Banez in there, right? Nope, Noah Banez. All right, so of the two, I would probably like Malloy a little bit better, but that's just me. Looking at the lefties here, I know people want to see those guys. Here, go back to this year. Flick the lefties, take the day switch off, and then see what we got versus lefties here. Um, he's throwing this year. He's throwing that changeup, fastball, sinker, slider, curveball. Damn, he's throwing a lot. Last year he was throwing uh, about the same, right? So the changeup and fastball was his primary pitches. On Coke Keith, that fastball in there. Coke Keith, Kerry Carpenter, Sweeney. Is Sweeney in the lineup? Yeah. Coke Keith, Kerry Carpenter, Sweeney's in the lineup. Okay. Slider, sinker. So this year, Kerry Carpenter surprisingly not striking out versus that pitch mix. 12 hits on 37 at bats. McKinstry is probably not even in the lineup. Uh, Riley Green ain't struck. No, wait a minute. Riley Green got 25% K rate. I could definitely look past that. So right off the back, you see it's going to be Carpenter, Riley Green, and Coke Keith, right? So those guys look good versus this pitch mix this season. Isolated power is down for Coke Keith. Barrel is down. Hard hit is up, and the fly ball is down. Right. So where is he hitting at? Right behind Torkelson. Riley Green behind. It's an RBH hit runs an RBI spot for somebody like. I mean, I couldn't talk you off any of them. Truth be told, any of them. Truth. Riley Green, I like him for hits, runs, and RBIs. I probably would like Carpenter. He can go bomb. Riley can go bomb. Koki behind these guys here can probably possibly bring some of these, if not one or two of these guys in. Who knows, right? So at the end of the day here, the guys that's standing out to me, Malloy, Carpenter, Green, Keith, Rogers, right? So those some guys that we could definitely look at. Hits, runs, and RBIs. You can get the 1.5. You can get the half a hit run and RBI, things like that, right? So definitely looking at those boys right there for sure, right? Because I'm leaning more towards picking on, uh, I'm leaning more towards picking on the the worst of the pitching. You know what I'm saying? So I'll throw Colt Keith up there. Now the walks, um, let me see. Colt Keith has a 21% walk rate, right? That's pretty big. That's pretty big, right? Because looking at the walks, you're gonna get plus money for walks, bro. I don't know about Colt Keith though, but for most, for most batters, you're going to get plus money for walks. You're gonna get plus walks for plus 115 right there, and you can definitely see. We can definitely go over here and we can take a look at the hit rate for the walks for him, right? So even we can go back to this season here. Um, he's had a walk in every game this year except for two, including last game. So that's plus money. Look at all that plus money you could have been getting busy with right there, right? So I'm not gonna put him over there for a walk, but keep that in mind, right? Keep that in mind. So Riley Green, let's see, we're gonna add Riley Green. Uh, we're going to add Kerry Carpenter. Now, despite what I'm putting them over there for, don't worry about that. These are guys that I just like for a hit or something like that, right? And I'll decipher how I want to what type of hit I want to take them for. If it says walks, just don't worry about that. Just remember these are guys going over there for baseline hits at least, right? So to help out with same game parlays and things of that nature. Um, Scooble, his strikeouts definitely in play here. I sprinkled some on it, so it is what it is, right? Right now, you get plus money at 7.5. He faced him last year. I think he gave him 10 or 12, right? So, strikeouts definitely are in play here. The Yankees are great versus left-hand pitching. So if you want to look, if you want to, go off that, then you can go off that, right? But I know a lefty did just come in here and get their ass to business. Next game here we're looking at would be the Cleveland game, and looking at some of this Cleveland matchup here. Um, we'll be looking at Shane Smith. He's throwing that fastball so far 50% of the time, and a little bit to a few other pitches, right? So we'll leave that fastball up there. And Manzardo will strike out on that fastball. He does have a bomb. He's batting 400 though. As of right now, isolate OPS over 1,000, and our isolated power is down. Barrel is down. Fly ball is up though. So we so it is what it is right now. Jose Ramirez, two bombs. Barrel is a little bit down. Fly ball is up at 58. K percentage is obsolete at 6.6%. The last week, Ramirez got a bomb. Bonella has a bomb as well. So, right, that's that fastball. Um, Curveball, sinkers, changeup. Manzardo looks good. Quan looks good. Ramirez looked good, right? So those three guys can go to the list. Go to the list, right? I will flip this here and I will put Chicago and White Sox there, and Jackson. Jackson likes the over on hits for Quan. Uh, so we're in agreement with that. Um, and Carlos Santana, uh, Kyle Manzardo. Jackson also likes the hit there. So we're definitely in agreement with that as well. And you can tell how Jackson can and should save you some time, right? So if I if I'm looking at what Jackson likes here, that's automatically telling me like, hey, every day, if I every you're gonna be able to trust it more, right? You're gonna be able to trust it more. Because if I come on here and I do my research and then I coming on here and then they liking everything that I'm liking, then you know what I'm saying. I can gain a little bit more trust into it, and gain a little more trust into it, right? So you know, just comparing the two, my research and Jackson research. Now sometimes we're not gonna see eye to eye. I know that, right? So I'll just add Ramirez over there just for, not for. I mean, this not gonna. It's gonna be for hits for his bat. I'll just, you know, since I just, you know, save a little time, just put that over there, right? Yeah. But at the end of the day, now the lefties here, I don't know if I mean the righties. I don't know if I would. I don't know, right? I think you might. Thomas might be somebody you want to take a look at, but you know, to save some time, I might have to keep it moving on this spot here. He's throwing that fastball to righties, as well, right? Fastball, slider, cutter. So, um, hmm. So Lane Thomas this season is batting 300 versus this pitch mix with 3 or 4 isolated powers, 2 bomb, and the barrel was up. Fly ball is down. Hard hit is up. Last week, he's only 2 for 8 versus this pitch mix, but as you can see, um, he's green, right? So he could definitely get added to that list when it comes to at least a baseline hit or something like that. So I couldn't talk you off of that. So he's somebody that you could definitely take a look at, right? Lane Thomas. So what I would do here is I will uncheck this, reset over here, just search Lane Thomas, and then I'll just add him up there like that. Apply, reset, apply, Lane Thomas, apply, hits, and they like the over on hits. He's projected at 8.85, so that automatically gives him over. He's got a hit in 4 of his last 6 games. Hit rate looks good. You can look at him for hits. And then if we're thinking about these guys stringing up plays, I mean stringing up runs, then that automatically puts the hits, runs, and RBI. One of my favorite props in play. Which you look at the hits, runs, and RBIs. Jackson likes the hits, runs, and RBIs as well. So you could definitely look at the over there. They like his bases is at the half. They also like the hits, right? So that's where how we cooking with grease. What's up with it? What's up, Frenchie? What's going on, man? Shout out to Frenchie. Okay. Um. So if, let's see what Jackson says about the hits, runs, and RBI for Lane Thomas. Lane Thomas has historically dominated the White Sox, something I didn't know, boasting a perfect 100% hit rate in the hits, runs, and RBIs market against them in 2024, significantly exceeding the current line of 1.5. I did not know that, so that's great information right there. Then I can look at the lineup for what we got right now. Um, Lane Thomas is hitting right here. Santana is a good baseball player. Manzardo, we like Manzardo. We like Ramirez. We like Juan. There's instances where I can see hits, runs, and RBIs can pop out, especially for Manzardo sitting behind Ramirez and Quan. And then let's say Nolan Jones, then Thomas can pop out in there. So I can see that. I can see instances where that happens. At. It's only a 7.5 over under though, but it is what it is. Ben Lively on the mound for the Cleveland Guardians. Let's take a look and see how we're faring versus Ben Lively here, right? Haven't been betting on. All I'm waiting on is a lefty. I'm waiting on a lefty, and you better bet Luis Robert is waiting on a lefty too, right? But oftentimes Vaughn does pop out for me, right? He does pop out for me. But let's take a look and see what these pitch mix is going to be here, and see what we can take a look at. Lively, sinker, 39% of the time this year. Sinker, fastball, slider, sweeper. So he's doing a sinker. Let's see. So, it's early in the season, right? Luis Robert is batting 250 on that sinker alone. Isolated power, WOBA, OPS, all that shit is down. Barrel was down. Hard hit is up. Fly ball is down. Strikeouts are down. Right. That's major key right now. Strikeouts are down. Right. So I'll give him that. He got some green in certain areas. Strikeouts are down. He could be getting ready to be loading. Right. He could. Let me see something. He could be getting ready to load it, but I'll let it. I'll let it go. Right. Vaughn. Vaughn. A lot of these guys not striking out versus this fastball. Let's just keep it funky right there. Vaughn this year, 2 for 7, whatever. Right. Let's get the rest of these pitches up there. Fastball, slider, sweeper. Hmm. This year, including spring training, um, Robert does have 4 bombs on this pitch mix. Corey Lee. What's this lineup, man? Corey Lee right there. Vaughn, Ben and Teddy. What's this? A 7.5? Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Power numbers are down for Corey Lee, but he hits this pitch mix. 3 hits on 6 at bats in the last 7 days. Let's see what Jackson says about Corey Lee and what they like about Corey Lee, real quick. It's a Am I spelling his name right? Corey. Okay. Corey. Mm. Hmm. Let me go to this game. See if he pop up in this game here. Hmm. I don't see Corey Lee. All right, that's interesting. That's fine. I just wanted to see what they saying. Um, but he does bat 400, right, versus pitch mix, all the way up until now. So that's something that we're gonna have to keep an eye out on. Okay. Those numbers from last year, then back to this year. All right, let's take a look at these lefties. Sinker, fastball, curveball, sweeper. Damn, I'm trying to make some of this White Sox game. I can't right now. I'm keeping it moving. Ah, shit. Let me see though. What does Jackson think about Ben Lively? So his pitching outs, they lean towards the under. Why? At 17 and a half. Ben Lively has hit the under in 90% of his last 10 starts, indicating a strong trend towards shorter outings, making the under 7.5, 17 and a half outs a solid pick. Interesting, right? Uh, hmm. This season, well, you can see it to the side right there. Um, so mm, mm, he ain't been going over. Okay, so what about so the strikeouts? They like the over strikeouts for him, and I couldn't talk you off of that. Why? Why do we like the over strikeouts? This we see he went under one, two, three, four straight games, uh, twice this year. Ben Lively has struggled to reach 4.5 strikeouts, falling to do so in his last 10 games. But his projection is at 4.68, and I like the over, right? So, despite the hit rate, so you can see they crossing the hit rate. They like the matchup and they going over, right? So Um, it's kind of like how it's been, right? It's like so right now it's kind of like how it's been, a little bit like let me see. Um, I've been hit or miss, right? Taking pitchers out early in the season when they going out hitting their K's and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I think the K's is probably the right way to go. Should be the right way to go for a lot of these pitchers. They're going out there getting their K's in limited amount of time. So uh, I'm gonna throw this over there because um 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 Jackson likes it. So I'm gonna throw it over there, right? I'm gonna throw it in the player pool. So it is what it is. Bang. 4.5 Ks. Let's get it, right? Let's see what we can do. All right, so moving to the next game here would be so we got a pitching duel right here, right? And my thing here is I don't know if I'm gonna even take any bats from this game. So you got Sonny Gray, we got Paul Skeens. We already looked at Jackson, and Jackson helped us out with some of these situations here, right? Jackson said they like the how can I get back to hmm well, I don't know if you guys will be able to see that, but mm, long story short, Jackson liked the overs for both of these teams, right? So what I'll do here is Jackson liked the over for both of these hmm, Jackson liked the over for both of these. I'll tell Jackson, uh, give me your top something to kind of coincide with what we're doing, right? With what's going on today. He already gave us five pitchers that he liked, and let's see if we can get his top no runs first inning plays, right? While he's cooking up, let him cook. And what I'm gonna do here is, truth be told, I'm not betting no bats from this game. So I'm going dead over that game. The St. Louis game, and I'm sliding to I'm sliding over here to this Dodgers game. Okay, so we're gonna go to the Dodgers game, and we're gonna look at this Dodgers Washington game. And I started to bet that Washington game yesterday live and take Washington. I don't even know why I didn't pull the trigger, and I was sitting there bored at work, not doing anything, knowing I was supposed to took Washington, but it is what it is, right? So I don't know who this guy is, man. Hmm. Well, Otani heated up. So I'm gonna like Otani here, man. Don't even worry about that shit at all. Um, Fastball, sinker, changeup. Otani's got 3 bombs on this pitch mix this year. Edmund has 2. Monty's got 2. Last year, Otani had 19. Monty had 11. Whatever. I'm gonna switch to the righties, trying to save a little time here. I like Otani today. He didn't warmed up. Um, Sinker, fastball, slider. Throw them pitches up there, man. Come back to this year. Hmm. Mookie Betts ain't struck out versus this pitch mix yet. 1 bomb, 229. In the daytime, he's 3 of 6. Last year, that motherfucker. She said, "Hey, sorry for messing you this way." I got you. I got you. I got you. Oh, and I definitely know. I definitely know who you are too. If this is you, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to fact check to make sure that's you. If you watching, girl, if you watching, I got to fact check to see if this you or not. Somebody watching. I know that. Somebody watching. But I'm gonna fact check this here. This DM right here for sure. Mm, I don't think that's her. I don't think that's her. They need to stop playing. But all right though. Let me see here. What was this last year? Mookie Betts. Mm, that, mm, let me see. What this lineup should be looking like. I know this is projected lineup, so doesn't mean this what it's gonna look like. I'm gonna like Otani. Stop trying to stop trying to go all around the place, right? I'm gonna like Otani. I'm gonna like Otani, right? Let's stop trying to do too much. I'm talking to myself. I'm just talking out loud, right? Let's go to Washington. I'm gonna like some more of those guys too, but I'm gonna like Otani, and let's narrow this shit down, right? So definitely gonna like Otani. Um, Somebody calling me. They hung up. Robleski. They just called him up to start. Last year when he gave up bombs by the pair. Two versus Milwaukee, two versus Detroit, three versus St. Louis, two versus Arizona. So he like to give up a few of them. When he do, nah, I give up one. Nah, fuck it, I'm giving up two. Right. All right. So let's go here. He's throwing that fastball a ton. He gave up 8 bombs to righties. So we going straight to the righties in Washington. Okay. Rosario call. Hmm. This year. What what's this lineup supposedly supposed to look like? Okay. What to these lefties? Oh, well, you know what? I didn't even throw the rest of the pitches up there. Curveball and cutter. What about last year? Because they ain't seen nothing like this year. Rosario, somebody you can look at for a hit or something like that for sure. Last year he batted 346 off of that, so I couldn't talk off of that. K percentage was down. No, so you can look at somebody like that for a hit or something like that. Let's take out the righties though. I mean the lefties. It's just they ain't seen too many lefties at all. James Wood been hitting them lately, but I mean, I don't even know if that's lately. Yeah, that is. He's got a bomb off a lefty lately. Last 7 days, he's 2 for 5 versus this pitch mix. Look at last year. I can't put a read on this game right now. Truth be told, I can't. I mean, as far as a game side or something like that, I do like Otani. Um, one of these lefties can. I mean, one of these. I mean, I don't know what to know. I just Washington. They just won a game uh yesterday. I don't know what to say. Right. Truth be told, I don't. I know I like Otani here. Couldn't talk off some Mookie. I couldn't talk off anybody, but I'm gonna take a rain check on the rest of this stuff. Right. I can't. I mean, I can't bet on everything. Uh, I'm gonna rewind it back to this Miami and New York Mets game. So let's take a look at Colin Gillespie. 1 second, man. I just had to make a couple text messages. So last year, he was walking folks, right? Somebody like somebody like Juan Soto could definitely, get walks and stuff like that. Um, Juan Soto walk is minus 250 right now on DraftKings. But just to throw that out there, as you can see, he is walking folks, right? He's throwing that fastball, changeup, cutter, slider. And they love that fastball. Soto hasn't he hasn't I guess he hasn't seen it this in the last 7 days, but he does have two bombs. Two of his three hits on that fastball have been bombs. 33% walk rate. Nemo been walking on that. The changeup. What's next? The changeup. Damn, are you gonna pitch to Soto? But Soto ain't cutter and slider. Oh shit, that was a lefty. He's a righty. Okay, this year, so none of these guys striking out. Okay, and their walk percentage are high for the lefties. Lindor not having the best time with this pitch mix so far. Um, Soto 324, 412 ISO, three bombs. Looks good, right? I'm gonna like Soto today. Uh, Soto had 24 home runs and 49 extra base hits on his pitch mix last year. Nemo has a bomb within the last week. Lindor, 6 hits on 13 at bats within the last week. Soto, 3 hits on 11 at bats within the last week. Uh, Rewind it back to this year. Lindor, Soto, Nemo. Not too much worried about these averages right now. I know what these guys can do on but that's gonna be like, let me see. Last year. Nemo, Soto, all these guys, they averaged 20 home runs a piece from the three. But Lindor last year had 17 bombs. Nemo had 20, and Soto had 24. Uh, if you think, yeah, and you're looking at the lineup here, it would be those would be the top three of the shit. And we ain't even looked at the righties, right? So that's Nemo, Soto, Lindor, right? Now let's look at the righties. As of right now, this year, if I had no data from last year, I would like Soto all the way there. Soto, right? Judging off these numbers from this year right here, Soto still batting 320, 3,295. Barrel was up, hard hit. Oh, that's last year. This year, 324 barrel, everything up. Fly ball could be up a little bit more, but he ain't been hitting a lot of bombs. But everything right there points. And then Nemo looks good too. His power numbers are the isolated power was up, the barrel was up, hard hit is up, the fly ball is up there, strikeout percentage is down. So as this year, I'm looking at Nemo and Soto. Last year, Francisco. I mean, honorable mentions Lindor. We know who he is. Let's look at these righties, right? And the big beneficiary of those guys have been of Pete Alonso. He's been in a nice RBI spot, you know, for some time. He's going to be in an RBI spot versus him. Um, Connor Gillespie last year, 16% K rate to righties, was walking. The walk was up. Whatever case may be, barrel was there. A hard hit was there. So that's probably going to line up for somebody like Alonso here. So that was last year. Um, Only small sample size this year, but some of the same old things. So yeah, he was throwing a fastball, slider, cutter. Last year he was throwing a Fastball, slider, cutter. Okay. Fastball. Alonso's got two bombs there. The barrel rate is 25. The isolated power on that fastball is 438 this year. Exit velo 104. Wow. Um, whew, two bombs in the last week versus this pitch mix for him. Man, the first four, those first four guys, slider. Put the slider in there and the cutter. Fuck it, throw them both up there. Let's get out of here, right? Alonso's he's got three bombs. All the power numbers are there. Fly ball is up. The walk percentage is up. The K percentage is down. And the power numbers are there. The average ain't there, right? But I can look past all of that. We got a long way to go. We got a long way to go. So I'm looking at the first four batters, right? We can take a look at some of these. We can take a look the last 7 days here for Alonso. He's got 4 hits on 6 at bats versus this pitch mix. Two of them were bombs, three of them were extra base hits. We can check his logs. So his logs here. Uh, a fly out. He hitting the ball hard as fuck. You can see that all that green. Um, fastball. I mean, 100 exit velo, fly out. 341 feet. 103 exit velo single. Fly out 92 exit velo. A bomb home run 101 exit velo 377. A double 113 exit velo 340 feet double. A bomb 415 feet exit velo 113. 98, 94, 102, 108, 107. Man, he had been barreling these pitches up, and it's been that fastball. It's been that fastball most of the time. A lot of the times, it's been that fastball and that cutter. Fastball and that cutter. If I take that slider down, so he's doing that fastball and that cutter, 18%. So if I took that slider down, hmm, either way it go, it is what it is. Fastball, cutter, slider. Last year, Pete had 21 bombs on that pitch mix, 33 extra base hits. So the first four, right? The first four bats, I like those guys, right? The first four, see who's going to be in the lineup, and you can make decisions from there, right? Lindor, Soto. As of this year, it would be Soto, Alonso, Nemo. I don't know who's going to be in this lineup. Nemo, Alonso in RBI spots. Soto could possibly go crazy here. Also look at the walks, right? Don't forget the walks. Because like I say, I gotta, you gotta look at the walks, man. You know, um, the first four here, 1, 2, 3, 4, you're not getting plus money for these guys. Oh, well, yes, you are. But I would only look at, I don't know. But for the most part, you're getting plus money for walks all across, more than likely all the time. You know. So the first four here, I definitely like them. Right. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna just add these guys. Oh, so I did ask for Jackson to give us the top nerf he plays for him today. So let's take a look and see what he said. All right, here are my top no one first inning plays for today, April 8th, based on matchups and available data. If you just got to the stream, Jackson, I'd partner up with Jackson, your AI companion, your buddy, your pal. It's gonna help you save some time. Promo code DEEBETS, D Bets will get you 25% off your subscription. First subscription starts at $9.99. Free plan, you get you get 5 free prompts, and you got to make the best of them. Here's a prompt I popped in, and I asked them for the top nerfy bets today. Miami Marlins pitching matchup. The Marlins Mets feature solid pitching with Clay Holmes for the Mets, showing strong recent form over his last 10 games. Holmes has allowed an average of 1.6 hits per game, 80% hit. Where my phone? The Marlins offense has struggled to score early, as evidenced by their shutout loss yesterday. Additionally, Holmes has a 90% under hit rate last 20 games. Um, so they like Miami, um, and St. Louis Cardinals and Pittsburgh Pirates. Great pitching matchup there. Sonny Gray and Skeens. Los Angeles Dodgers and Washington Nationals. Right. So I, I don't know. I mean, these nerfers can be very, very tricky. One swing of the bat type shit, and I was having a little. I like Otani. I was having trouble, figuring things out. Who I liked, who I liked all the way across the board here for this matchup. But I did like Otani, so it is what it is, right? But they like the nerfy, so it is what it is. Kansas City Royals, another great pitching matchup with Reagans and I think it's Reagans, right? And Pablo. So couldn't talk off for nerfy there. Astros and Seattle Mariners. Big ballpark, pitchers ballpark, Castillo. Yes, I can see instances where the matchups where the nerfy gets there, right? So I like the Astros one. I like the Minnesota one. The and the Pittsburgh one, right? Those are the three that I like. Grand Rising, what's up? How you doing, Tiff? Those are the three that I like. Just getting off your Mets. About to, just getting off your Mets. Those are the three that I like. I'm iffy on the Mets one, and I'm iffy on the Dodgers one because you got Alonso, Pete Alonso that can take one, that can hit one like right. He can hit one, bro. Straight up, one swing of the bat, Murphy done. Um, and then you got Tiny leading off. I'm a little bit nervous about that Murphy. One swing of the bat from those guys, then it's curtains, right? Man, just relax, relax, relax. In the beginning of the game, in the beginning of the stream, I asked them, about their favorite um pitchers there. They gave me 5, right? So you can check that out. Um, pitching day to day though, like I said, pitching day to day. Um, Alonzo, the first 4 bats here, I like them. Uh, if I had to, it would be I would probably, if a bomb, I'm looking at Alonzo. Hit runs and RBIs, I'm definitely looking at Alonzo. And just a normal RBI, I'm looking at Alonzo. And Nemo, I can definitely see him. He's got some pop. I can see him hitting a bomb or having a good game with that bat. Soto, I haven't been betting on Soto a lot. He tends to get pitched around and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you can look at them for a run. You can look at them for 2 runs, that type of shit. But we only have a over under 7 runs here, right? So temper your expectations with the pitching situation here. But I don't want anything to do with these Marlins guys here. I just scared of Alonzo with the Nerfy, but you never know. I might throw it in a Nerfy parlay or something like that because I know the odds will probably will probably look pretty good. Uh, Pat said I checked out Jackson this weekend. I like it, and like I said, don't forget to use the promo code. Even if you're only using the free version, that's fine, right? It's fine. Um, so like I said, we only got an over under 7 in this spot, so I expect, for anybody to do damage, we know what the deal is. It's going to have to come for the first 4. I'm taking the rain check on the bats for the Miami Marlins side. I'm just going to keep it moving. Um, the next game we're going to talk about. So we have a good pitching matchup here. Well, Crochet and Easton Lucas. Well, Crochet, we know he's really, really good. Let's see. Let's get Easton Lucas up there. I don't know what's going to happen with this situation here. Let me see. Mm-hmm. Easton Lucas will start. Awesome. Sounds good, bro. Sounds good. Now, I forgot to add over here. We'll add those guys in there, and that'll allow me to because the more you compare, the more you'll be able to trust Jackson if you haven't ifs and so I like Soto, right? So let me put Soto in there. And it's an over under 7, so you know they're gonna like some unders or whatever the case may be. So they like the under stolen bases for him. Everything else they like the over. Hits, runs, and RBIs at 1.5. Hits at a half. Walks they like him to take a walk. They like him to get a run. They like him, his 1.5 bases. I like Soto, so I'm putting him in there for a baseline hit, right? Um, I put him over there for a baseline hit, and I'll just do that. Now, I do want to check the odds for his run, right? It's not all hits and stuff like that. For him to get a run, it's at plus 110 for him to get a run, right? So that's interesting, man. Somebody who stays on the basis, lives on the basis, sometimes he can go out there and just do everything else but get a hit or whatever, get a run. It is what it is. Toronto is crazy to offer that Vladdy contract 300 million. But I hope I'm wrong. What did he get? 500, right? He got 500, right? I think he got 500. Um, um, let me see. No, not Olson. I'm putting Olson. Alonzo. I like Alonzo. Let's see what they like. They like the over on everything for Alonzo. Runs, RBIs, walks, hits, runs, RBIs, bases, and hits, right? Let's see what they like about Alonzo. Yes, sir. Add another 200 mil to that. Pete Alonso exceeded his hits in 75% of his home games this season, aligning with his strong 75% hit rate against the Marlins in 2025. Uh, Definitely a trend that they looked at, right? And you can look at this season what he's done here. Apply that uh, for this season here. He's got a hit in 4 of his last 5 games. 3 of those games were multi-hit games, 2, 2, and 3. So he's cooking right now. And I will. Did I add him over there for a hit yet? I'll put him over there for a hit, right? Okay. And so I like his hits, runs, and RBIs all the way up. Hit all the way up to a bomb, right? So there we go with that. Um, Easton went 5 innings last outing, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts versus Washington. No earned runs. Is a lefty. Fastball 54% of the time, changeup cutter. versus them Boston lefties. I mean, Boston. This year, Bregman has 4 bombs. Ref Snyder Day. Uh, Ref Snyder Day. As long as he don't strike out, he's gonna do some damage, man. Versus this fastball, he's throwing that fastball over 50% of the time. Alonzo sold me the other day. I know, right? You must have got right in between them other four, right? Because he sure got to hit 4 or 5. Ref Snyder, man, that fastball. And Christian Campbell, he likes that fastball. He's got a bomb on that. Bregman, okay. Let me get the rest of these pitches up here. Change up and cutter. So Ref Snyder will strike out. Raffaello will strike out, but I don't know if those guys are going to be in the lineup. I expect Ref Snyder to be in there. Should be in there. He's been doing some great things. He got 6 bomb on this pitch mix here. Um, why isn't he popping up in the last 7 days category? Hmm. What's the projected lineup? He projected to hit cleanup, but we'll have to see that a little later on. Let me refresh this to see if anything else came out lineup wise. Nothing else but this Detroit and this York lineup. Mm, okay. Last year, Bregman had an 8% K rate. We know he don't. Ref Snyder has been. Wait a minute. Wait. This year. Okay, so I was looking at last year's numbers anyway. So this is this year, and they got a very small sample size this year. But I'm gonna like Boston. Very small sample size this year. So looking at their last year's numbers, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. For some reason, it says might experience buffering. So hopefully the stream is fine. It said I might start buffering. I don't know why. It ain't never said that. It ain't never done that. Y'all see something different or something? Y'all just let me know. But for the most part here, those numbers were for last year. They looked okay last year. Okay, you can hear me good. Okay. Um, anywhere I go, I'm always going to be looking at Ref Snyder for sure. It's going to be if he's in the lineup, it's going to be a hit runs and RBI spot. Bregman, he's not a big strikeout guy, which puts him, in play for his runs and RBIs as well. So it is what it is, bro. Straight up. Lefties here. Um, what is he throwing to the lefties? The fastball, cutter, slider. Boy, they got some hell of a strikeout artists over there this year. About last year. Okay, bet. Man, last year. Mm. Look at all that strikeout shit there, man. Let me take a look at this kid here. Um, mm. He ain't got that much under his belt. I know I'm gonna like Ref Snyder. So, um, you know what though? I'm gonna take a sneak peek at. I was gonna go past the other side, but I'm gonna take a sneak peek at Garrett Crochet. Right, this year he's throwing the cutter, fastball, sweeper. Let's look at the righties. This year he's throwing the fastball, cutter. Last year he was throwing fastball, cutter. Okay, let me see something here. Vladdy still ain't got no bomb, do it? Nope. This year, Bo has he ain't struck out versus that fastball yet this year. Santander just been down. Vladdy ain't struck out on that fastball yet. Mm, cutter. Last year, I know Vladdy liked this pitch mix last year. Well, not as much as I thought he did, or he's gonna have. He only had 3 bombs on this pitch mix last year. He batted 370 though. Santander had 8 bombs on this pitch mix. All right, what about the lefties? I'm not even gonna want. I mean, it's Crochet, so we'll have to see, right? I don't even think I'll be betting on any bats here. Fastball, cutter, sweeper. Jimenez this season is hitting it okay. 14% strikeout. Rest of these boys got big K's on them. Last year, mm, his strikeouts in play. His strikeouts in play. You're gonna see who's gonna be in the lineup though. I might have to recheck that. I might have to recheck that. All right. I'm liking Ref Snyder. Home versus lefties. Well, where they at? Boston at home. Home versus lefties. He had a 171 WRC plus last year. Versus lefties in general, he had a 160 WRC plus. K percentage, he will strike out. K percentage was up 25%. Batting average was about 300. Slugging 548. OPS 941 with a 246 isolated power. Ref Snyder. He's not listed right now, Jackson. Next game. Um, It's Angels and Tampa Bay game. I'm gonna have to look at that one. I'm skipping over the Philly game. I'm skipping over the Minnesota game. Let's look at this Angels game. Cal Hendricks, Shane Baz. So I want to look at the Tampa Bay side of things. So let me put Cal Hendricks up there. Aranda, Misner, and Lowe. Aranda, Misner, and Lowe. Lau or Lowe, however you want to say it. Last 7 days, Lowe has a bomb. Um, um, Aranda has a bomb. Misner, he's got 2 extra base hits and 5 hits on 8 at bats, batting 500. I like that. What about these righties? I like that. Sinker, changeup, curveball. This year, sinker, changeup, fastball. Changeup, fastball. Yandy's hurting versus this pitch mix right now. This year, Curtis Mead, Junior Caminario, 2 bombs, not striking out. Where's he hitting at? So Brandon Lowe, Caminario, Aranda, Misner. One, two, three, four. One, two, three. One, two, three, four. Okay. All right. What's the total in this one? 8.5. Might look towards the over. Yeah. Might look towards the over here. Um, who else pitches? Shane Bass. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. We'll see something here. Angels, Angels, not the Dodgers. It's the team total. Tampa Bay, 4.5, 3.5 for the Angels. Um, hmm. All right. Caminario, I'm gonna like him. Last 7 days, these righties don't look good versus their pitch mix, but it's Hendricks. Flipped to last year. Morel's got 4 bombs last year. 9, I mean. The rest of the usual suspects got around 4 home runs. Night switch. I can hit a night switch there. Ooh. Mm. 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 Okay. Well, I'm gonna like Caminario. So the bats I like right now here is Lau, Caminario, Aranda, Misner. Angels, Fastball changeup. This year, Mike Trout's got a bomb. They also been striking out. A lot of these guys striking out this year, but Trout is warm. So I'm definitely gonna like Trout. Looking at these numbers last year, same pitch mix. Soler had 10 bombs. Trout power numbers was there, 6 bombs, 11% barrel. Let's look at these lefties this year. He basically threw the same stuff. Starting not to like a lot of things here. Rengifo does have a home run in last week versus this pitch mix. Averages are down. His strikeouts, I couldn't talk you off a hit or something like that from Rengifo, but not a lot that I really like, right? So not a lot that I really like. Um, I'll put Mincer over there for a hit. I don't mind him for a hit. Might make it to the hits, runs, and RBI club. Brandon Lowe. Caminario. Might want to do same game parlays. Trout. Sometimes these teams gonna be starting to pitch around Trout, man. Stuff like that, man. Around there. But I'm gonna like Tampa Bay in this one. Now, great pitching matchup here versus Wheeler and Chris Sale. I'm going right past that game. I don't think I'm gonna be taking any bats there. Pablo Lopez and Cole Reagan's another good pitching matchup. Probably won't be taking any bats there. Um, the Cubs. Patrick Corbin, Jameson Italian beef. Uh, let's take a look here, right? So, um, take a look at Patrick Corbin, man. So we don't have him listed over here. So what I'm gonna have to do is search his name up on the side here. Patrick Corbin. Hmm. There we go. Had to flick last year. Got to make sure you got to click things. Sinker, slider, cutter versus those righties for Chicago Cubs. Um, so let's see here. Corbin. Boy, was he messing up the church's money last year at times. Boy, that boy got on my nerves at sometimes, right? So, yes, last year, 25 bombs, 23 of them to left, right hand big batters. To righties, yeah, man, sure, definitely. So, like I said, he had 23 bombs to righties last year. Career, um, 35 home runs to lefties, 228 home runs to righties, right? So he can give up bombs to these righties. Sure. Um, let's take a look. Corbin is a lefty. He was throwing that sinker, slider, cutter. Shout out to them Cubs for beating up on their ass yesterday. Straight up, man. Birdie has a bomb. Hap has a bomb. Kelly has a bomb. Suzuki got two. Swanson a bomb. Tucker a bomb. Justin Turner's got two. I expect Justin Turner to be in the lineup today. Yeah, anybody could get it. Cuz better show out on this motherfucker. Straight up. All right. What's the total we got in this one here? Uh, for anybody that doesn't know, man, that's my Cubs. I know I'm a Cubs diehard Cubs fan. So we have over under 8 here. Hmm. Okay. Over under 8. He's throwing sinker, slider, cutter. Hmm. Sinker, slider, cutter. Not not that much of a sample size here. Like 5 or 6 at bats. Go to last year. Suzuki got 2 bombs. Haps got 5 bombs. Not a lot of bombs. They wasn't striking out though. Patrick, they wasn't striking out. So that doesn't that doesn't bode well. Swanson likes it though. He Swanson got a home run this year off this pitch mix. Swanson likes it. Swanson likes it, right? Ian Happ isolated power. It's power numbers and barrel numbers are up. Okay. Let's look at the lefties here to where he was throwing sinker, slider, fastball. Look at these top two predominant pitches. Not much of a sample size this year, right? Uh, don't look good. I'll put the fastball up there. Don't look good. Last year though, small sample size. This year, last year, not the best of numbers here, right? But we'll see what's gonna happen. We'll see what's gonna happen, right? Tucker's still in play for me. Swanson. Let's take a look at Jamison Talion and the Texas Bats. Talion is a righty, right? Yeah. So last year he was doing sweeper, cutter, fastball, sinker. He's doing a sweeper a little bit more. Would you be using this year's stats? You talking about on game day insights? If so, I use both of them. I use this year and last year because you wanna see you wanna see if the pitches have changed, what he's throwing more, you know, and that's what I use it for comparisons. I compare if he's throwing the same pitches, then they throwing the same pitches. If not, then you might have to decipher the percentages. Now, what 99.9.5% of the time, I don't add in a pitch that uh, I don't add in a pitch that is thrown less than 10%. Right. So that's that. If you're talking about this site, but yeah, I used this year and last year for comparisons. But and with game day insights, this tool right here, um, it's when look at this year's stats, it has spring training stats baked in as well. So that's how I do it. That's why I got for some people. That's why I got so much of a sample size. Sweeper, fastball, cutter. Texas bats been so disappointing. Wow, look at all that red. Of course, that's this year. No, that was last year. Let me look at this year first. Now, Wyatt Langford, shout out to him. He's been balling. Hmm. Last 7 days, Jake Berger has a bomb. Marcus Simeon has a bomb, which Marcus Simeon is three for 8 at bats there. Um, hmm. Look at these numbers for last year versus the same pitch mix. Simeon had 14 bombs, wasn't striking out, so there's somebody you can look to get on base. Wyatt Langford, I like him, right? I like him for this year for sure. Adolis Garcia, he's so frustrating at times, man. So frustrating. Let's look at the lefties, which he was throwing. Last year he was throwing fastball, curveball, cutter. This year he's throwing fastball, curveball, cutter. Okay, I look at those fastball, curveball, cutter. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? How you doing this morning? How you doing? I'm struggling with making winning bets using game day stats, so I know it is me. Okay, so you struggling with making using game day insights? Mm, that's interesting. That's interesting. I'm telling you right now, where I've been eating at, it's been pitching props and hit runs and RBIs, right? I don't know what you bet. Good morning. What you doing? What you doing at work, girl? You checked out? God damn it. You all on the stream. What's up though? What you doing at work? But yeah, um, I don't know what your game style is like, the gameplay is like, but early in the season, I always gravitate to hits, runs, and RBIs, betting them straight and choosing the right game environment, man. It's gonna be painful and stuff like that, but we got books and stuff to help us with that. It's like Bet 365. I'm glad we got that in Illinois, as to where I can couple up some hits, runs, and RBIs. Bet them once, bet them one, bet them two. Like for instance, like this, I posted this parlay last night. Take a look at my page here, my X here. So I tweeted this one last night. Let's see. Um, I played them all straight. I played them all straight, and I parlayed this up. So Carroll, two hits, runs, and RBIs. Josh Naylor, two hits, runs, and RBIs. Fernando Tatis, two hits, runs, and RBIs. Machado, two hits, runs, and RBIs. Machado hit. Fernando Tatis hit. Naylor hit. Corbin Carroll missed by one, right? Missed by one. He had one hit of runs and RBIs. So at the end of the day here, at the end of the day, um, I bet them all straight, and I missed this one, and we missed this parlay. It's just about one, right? But you don't have to take twos. You can take ones on something like that. So it is what it is. Definitely, let's get this. Let's get this bread. Let's get this bread. Let's get this bread all the way across the board. But yeah, for sure, man. And pitching props, coming into the game, pitching props was my favorite prop because they control the game. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, here, pitching props are something. And today is a pitching prop day, right? If you see something you like and you expect somebody to put this teams that put up runs, you can look at team totals, right? Look at team totals, right? You see a lot of green on some of these batters, you can take a look at team totals and try to cash in something like that as well, right? So if you're struggling, and then you can always DM me, right? And see what I'm working with. See what I'm looking, see what I'm looking like. See if some of your stuff is aligned with some of my stuff. I'm not a pro. I'm just here to help, right? And at the end of the day, it is what it is. I just don't know what type of better you are, something like that, right? But you talking about some U cheese and sir, let's get these W's. You damn right, let's get these W. Look at the missus checking in on me, man. Y'all, she checking in on me, man. It's all right though. She checking in. That's what's up. So we was off to the lefties here, right? And it's the fastball, cutter, and curveball. This year. What was the total? 8. Mm, interesting. We can look at the last year's numbers for these guys here. So in the beginning of the season, it's still the beginning, but right off the gate, I lost a nice. Not. I don't bet much, right? But I lost good. I've been losing good on Jock Peterson and Corey Seager, and it happens, right? Uh, It happens. This is a long season. These players, your favorite player can go over for a while, right? We're going to have waves. We're going to have waves. We're going to have waves. But, you know, That's the way the cookie crumbles. Flip it back to this year. Um, Last 7 days, they just ain't been looking. You know what I'm saying? They just ain't been looking good. You know, you can look at the last 7 days here. It just ain't been right. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it's nothing wrong. You don't lose money by fading, right? You just go move on. You just go move on. Just move on, man. Move on. At the end of the day, just move on, man. That's why it's called a book. We got this whole book to try to get in there and try to find us some money. It ain't always about lottos. It ain't always about home runs. It's about the best way. I don't know though. Depends on what you betting for and stuff like that. But it's the best way. We're trying to find the best way to make some money. Next game for me, right? Next game for me. Um, Cubs righties definitely in play for a bomb though, or in play to have a good game. So it is what it is. Next game would be that I'm going to cover would be this Baltimore game, man. And I should have looked at this Baltimore game last night. I should have. So let's take a look at this Baltimore game, and then I want to take an intermission here to plug something in for this uh for this uh for this Detroit game. Okay, so Baltimore. Yesterday off my thought, I just felt like Baltimore was about to get these boys today, right? I could be wrong, but we'll see, right? So last year, Kelly was throwing that changeup. Damn, he was throwing 5 pitches. I hate that. Changeup, fastball, cutter, curveball, sinker. Wow. This year, mm, changeup, fastball, curveball, sinker. I'm gonna go with this year. I'm gonna go with this year. We're gonna look at the lefties first. I'm gonna go with this year. Changeup, fastball, curveball, sinker. Baltimore bats. Adley's got a bomb. Changeup, fastball, curveball. Throw all that shit up there, man. Sinker, just get it on up there. Uh, It's Baltimore. So this year, from string training up until now, it's so much damn green up there, it don't make no damn sense, right? Let me see something. I should have looked at this shit last night, man. Carol Kelly, I be so tired most of the time. I be fighting though, man. I be fighting. Kelly. Shout out to my boy Prop. That motherfucker be standing up, staying up. Oh, he be standing up, man. I can't. Some a lot of times I be at work, man, so I can't hardly interact with the stream and stuff. But them motherfuckers. But last year it was. It's still early though, man. But man. Let's see something here. He gave up 3 bombs versus the Yankees. Go figure. One on run versus my Cubs. Let me see something. Splits for this guy. His highest K percentage went to righties. So let me see something in here. Let's see. Merrill Kelly, huh? How the fuck do you spell Merrill Kelly? There we go. Tyler O'Neill got a bomb. I've been chasing the ghost of Tyler O'Neill for a while. I caught him this year though, but early in the season. But man, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. My favorite prop is hits, runs, and RBIs for people who don't know that. I've made so much money. Well, a lot of my money come from there. A lot of my money come from hits, runs, and RBIs. Just being able to predict game flow, right? You want to put yourself in that you want to drop your bets in that where high traffic areas where you know there's a great chance for you to get, to hit your prop. Now, um, I can't have from the fact that these numbers look good, right? Last 7 days, Cedric Mullins got a bomb versus pitch mix. He looks good. Um, but this is numbers are this year, right? And it's been a matter of time before Gunner start going crazy. Kyle O'Hearn, Ryan O'Hearn's got the ability to get busy. His barrel percentage is down, not striking out. Adley just looks good. You know what I'm saying? Cedric Mullins, Jackson Holiday. I mean, it's hard to pinpoint. It's too hard for me to pinpoint. I could look at last year, see what's been sustainable. Last year for some of these guys, Cedric Mullen, 242 batting average. I mean, last year versus this pitch mix looked like it was semi-sustainable. Adley was 243. O'Hearn was 240, 256. Um, Lower K rates for some of these guys, Mullen, Adley, and O'Hearn. So Cowser was the one who was striking out the most, but he had more home runs than those guys. He tied Hunter for this, Henderson for this pitch mix. So I mean, it's a pick your poison type of thing here, man. It ain't like I mean, and then we combine these righties like I'm getting ready to do now, and if we get something crazy from these righties, then we know we got options, right? So, taking a look at the righties here, he's this year he's throwing uh slider, fastball, sinker. Last year he was throwing slider, fastball, sinker, and the cutter. So um, I go back to this year, and the that motherfucker got the cutter up there and this changeup up there. Changeup, I don't know where that came from versus last year, but then it's up a little bit more. And I don't know how many he's pitched 2 games this season already, so I don't know. I want to throw a third one up, a third pitch up, a fourth pitch up there for him. It would probably be the cutter because he threw it more last year. But let's just focus on the slider, fastball, and sinker for right now. Slider. Westberg's got 3 bombs off this slider already. Um, he's 4 for 8 on this pitch. Just one pitch here. Slider, fastball, sinker. Fastball, sinker. And that was it. Those 3 bombs. This is this season though. Up spring training up until now. So you can take it with a grain of salt. And there goes Tyler O'Neill lighting up again, right? With a 50 fly ball, 38%, 38% barrel rate, uh, 615 isolated power. I don't know when Tyler O'Neill hit this bomb versus him, but I'm probably going back to the well, right? Something. Let me check the projected lineup. At this point, I just like losing money on Tyler O'Neill at this point. But now we in the territory like, okay, so if we had an over under 9.5 runs, right? More than likely, oh yeah, I'm taking the over here for sure. Um, and we can attack this game. This game here is one of those games I expect to have high traffic on the basis, and we could try to get our money on. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. I know I might sound like a broken record, but I'm streaming simultaneously on Facebook, Twitter, and X, and YouTube, right? But when we looking how when we looking how these teams are scoring their runs and stuff like that, um, they string up stats, right? So let's say, for instance, let's look at this Dodgers game, right? Or the St. Louis game, which I didn't take the box score, but let's look at this Dodgers game. So, um, when you're looking at hits, runs, and RBIs and stuff like that, um, I mean, you can see the traffic, right? Otani just went ballistic. Betts got there on his prop. His one. Will Smith got there on his props. You right here early in the season, you're gonna get good numbers. You're gonna get good numbers. You're gonna get good numbers, right? And what I will say is, looking at a book like 365, right? Looking at a book like 365, as to where they don't wait till tomorrow to drop their alternate hits, runs, and RBI lines, right? So let's take a look at this game right here, because this game looks like it's going to have the making. These are two offenses that I trust, and to put up some runs, right? And these we've seen these offenses put up some runs. You know what I'm saying? This season, last season, whatever. They've been carrying the torch. So, um, the hits, runs, and RBI prop, uh, you have one all the way up to 8 in some spots, right? It's not like, so. So for instance, you catch what was that box score at? Otani, right? He had 3, 4, 6 hits, runs, and RBIs. I don't know what you was gonna get it for, right? But for somebody to have 6 hits, runs, and RBIs, you got your favorite prop. The people that you bet home runs on are the people that you think they're in good spots. So sometimes they go out there and do everything except for hit a home run, right? So you can get away with the. So let's take a look at 365. Like, okay, let's take I don't fucking know, right? Let's take hits, runs, and RBIs. This is the 4 in this column right here. Okay, Tyler O'Neill, 4 hits, runs, and RBIs, um, plus 350. 5 of them plus 600, right? So, you think you got somebody. Corbin Carroll can probably come out there and get busy, right? Stealing bases, scoring, couple hits. I mean, whatever the case may be, right? Baltimore, with all that green we just seen, if that shit comes to fruition, this shit can go ballistic, right? I don't care if you bet $1, right? You can put it. I don't care what you bet. It don't matter. Ain't no bankroll shaming. I'm just saying we trying to get to this money, right? Because when I flip the switch on this next on this next side, man, maybe they might look good too, right? So Tyler O'Neill, that's this year. He's got one bomb, but man, 700 WOBA, 1700 OPS, isolated power round, 615. Everything looks good. Ain't even struck out, right? So you definitely want to see what the line numbers gonna be looking like. And it is what it is, right? I could flip this to last year and see how things worked out last year for some of these guys. Tyler O'Neill, Batting average was down. He did have 7 bombs. He came down to me. He was striking out, stuff like that. Who knows if he's in a more dangerous lineup now than he was then? That also plays a part, right? Being in these different lineups. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. This would be a night game. I could also flick a night switch on it and just let you see how it is right there, right? But at the end of the day, I still like these boys. I like this game to pop off, right? Some shape, form, or fashion. Let's look at the Arizona side of things. This that get money game, if you ask me. So, and those are the ones I feel a little bit more confident about posting, right? Because you see, I posted that one last night, and um the areas where I felt it was San Diego and it was Arizona, where I felt like they had it was concentrated usage or concentrated traffic. Where I felt it was at, we missed that play by one half of his runs not react. This one, but it was still an L no matter how you look at it, right? So let's look at the lefties here. Let's look at these lefties. So last year he was throwing that curveball, fastball, changeup. This year he's throwing that curveball, fastball, changeup. All right, say some times. Let's just get them all up there, man. Fastball, curveball, fastball, changeup. Right? Okay. Take Baltimore down. Let's go with AZ lefties. AZ lefties. Now, um, Pavin Smith, he's been doing me right, right. So, Corbin Carroll, this season, Corbin Carroll's batting 548 versus pitch mix, 12% K rate, 16 barrel rate, isolated power. Everything looks great, right? Um, Corbin Carroll, 3 bombs within the last 7 days after this pitch mix. Herrera has a bomb, whatever, whatever. Josh Naylor, he's been in the hits, runs, RBI spot for me. You said, when do I post my picks? I haven't been posting a lot because it's been early, right? But I haven't even I do have a dub club. I haven't posted in the dub club today. As soon as I get done with this, I'll be getting ready to post in the dub club. But um and then after I post in the Dub Club, later on they go out. But these games come on so early, and I have they've been so early that I haven't been posting in the Dub Club. But from today going forward, I'll be posting the Dub Club more often than not. Whether it's a plays, how I'm gonna play them, spots that I like, screenshots, all types of stuff, right? Uh, um, it's $5 a month, of course, but that's 17 cents a day. It's just for the people who support me. If you don't want to sit through the video, you can get to the Dub Club, right? If you don't want to sit through the video, because the videos are long, we are already at 2:30, 2 hours and 30 right now, right? But it's just for people that want to support me. You don't have to, because I'm the same shit is right here in the video. But the people who it's just like a tip, right? It's just like a tip. So the people who do support me, that's where I'll drop that shit at first, right? I don't lobby my shit like that, nothing like that. It ain't like maybe one day, but right now, shout out to those people who support me. So that's how I do it. That's how I do it. Other than that, you better throw your notifications on and shit like that and see. But at the end of the day, this where I'm at though. So, like I said, Corbin Carroll, love Corbin Carroll, loving Josh Naylor, loving Pavin Smith, right? These guys looking good versus this pitch mix here. They ain't striking out. None of the usual suspects striking out. So I really, really, really like it, man. This should be, this should be a hitter. If you're looking for those links are right in the right around here somewhere in my bio, whatever case may be. But Josh Naylor, Pavin Smith, yeah, this year these boys look great. These boys look good this year versus this pitch mix, man. And I like it. A small ball, whatever you want to look at, right? I'll be betting hit runs and RBIs through this whole damn game. Look at the righties here. If I had to rank them right here, it would be Corbin Carroll, Naylor, and Smith. Still want to see who's going to be in the lineup. All right. Now, I'll take a look at these righties here, see what he's throwing to these righties. Um, Curveball, fastball, sinker, cutter. Okay, same shit. Curveball, fastball, sinker, cutter. Last year, he gave up 16 bombs and 36 extra base hits to righties and 9 home runs and 29 extra base hits to lefties. Curveball, fastball. Okay. So Suarez this year has 4 bombs. He stay looking green, right? Um, don't know if Grichuk's gonna be in lineup. These guys' K rates are pretty much down for the guys, the usual suspects who's always in the game. Walk percentages are up for the usual suspects. Compare these numbers to last year. Suarez has 17 bombs and 32 extra base hits. He reminds me of, I don't know. Let me not say that, right? So combining these guys here with with those lefties, I can see Arizona. I can see Arizona putting up some runs. And I lean towards the over in this game, right? I lean towards the over in this game. Not a fan of neither one of these pitchers. I lean towards the over in this game. You know what I'm saying? And other ways you can attack this, depending on your preference and who you like to score, you can look at team totals, right? So, Baltimore Orioles team total is at 4.5, meaning you can cut the bats out and say, hey, I think they score 5 runs, or I don't think they score 5 runs. That's Baltimore. Arizona team total 4.5. You can say, I think they score 4.5 runs, or I don't think they score 4.5 runs, right? Or you can say, hey, I don't want to fucking stop there. I think they're gonna blow them out. You can also go take the team for 5.5 runs, take it for 6.5 runs, take it for 7.5 runs, right? So it's many ways, it's different ways you can skin a cat here, right? FanDuel, they let you in other books, they let you go over under. You could tease it down, right? And do bankroll builders, right? So, and then you could do this the same game parlays, right? So at the end of the day, it's a lot of things that you can do to this whole book, whether you're doing bankroll builders or whatever, it's a whole book to try to make some money, right? So if you like a team to put up some runs, you can ladder up their runs. You can ladder up their HRRs, hits, runs, and RBIs. You can ladder up their bases. You can get them for home runs. You can ladder up their hits. You can ladder up their RBIs. It's a lot, man. So it's important that you learn how to. It's important that you learn how to. Damn, that motherfucking music popped on in my ear. I done dropped my shit. It's important that you learn how to find your spot, right? Find your spot. And you don't have to lock shit in like right away. Most instances you got time. You got time to wait on lineups to come out because that's important, man. That's important. I don't sit on here all day with y'all just to I could do this shit. I could do this shit without being on stream and just what I'm saying? This is just, glorified out loud research I'm doing right now. Shit that I'm gonna be doing any motherfucking way, right? But at the end of the day, you see how much goes into this shit. But yeah, games don't even come on till later on today. I mean, a lot of games don't come on till later on today. So you got time, right? So judging by what we've seen and all that, right? And what we've been seeing, what we've been seeing, we got lineups out now for the Detroit Tigers, right? And we got lineups out now for um, the Chicago White Sox game, right? Which I did like Matan for some reason. The other guy, he's not in the lineup. I think it was Lee. Um, Juan Ramirez, Manzardo, even Thomas. Those guys were on my list for hits at least. Rose looked really good. There could be possible hits, runs, and RBI spots. Santana is a professional baseball player, so you know he knows what to do out there. And Lindor, these guys here, because we know who's in the lineup now. Soto and Alonso was my guys. If you're looking at last year, you can add Lindor to the list. You can still add him to the list right now. And Nemo and Alonso going to be in a nice RBI spot this season, coming behind Soto anywhere it go. Soto can probably pop off today because I like his batting numbers and stuff. I rarely bet on Soto because I don't know, but we only have a 7 total there, so you can be mindful of pitching. And that's all we got. But as far as this game here, this Baltimore and Arizona game that we just looked at, um, I'm gonna like Josh Naylor for his hits, runs, and RBIs, right? Carroll, I'm gonna like him for his hits, runs, and RBIs. Tyler O'Neill, I'm still chasing a bomb from him. I got one from him this year, got hooked. His numbers look great. Hits, runs, and RBIs, hits all the way up to a bomb, right? And then they just got guys that could just pop out. Mullins, Mountcastle, Westberg, Rushman, Gunner, right? So I expect a lot of traffic to be on the bases in this game right here. Um, Take a quick intermission real quick. I want to go back. I want to go back to this Detroit game here. And what I said, I really liked Colt Keith, I believe. I forgot if I put it down or not. Riley Green, Kerry Copter. I know I like those three for sure. Um, what's his name is not in there. He's usually at the back here on his back end. So he's not in there, right? So Torka said I was really on him yesterday. He didn't prevail. Goldsmith and Judge got 2 bombs off this guy, and I like to pitch it. It's hard for me to get to these bats right now. The lefties look good versus that pitch mix, but you got to take pitching into consideration here. So I couldn't talk you off anything you wanted to do here. I'm off of Grisham today for sure. Wells, Chisholm, I think it was Rice. I think those good guys looked okay. I don't know where I want to go with this. I do know that the strikeouts for I can't I ain't gonna say I can't help myself. I do like that was my thing. You know, I was betting strikeouts and stuff like that. So outs, strikeouts for somebody like they just gonna have to crack me, right? So like I'm saying, they just gonna have to crack me because at the end of the day here, when you're looking at the some of the numbers here, plate appearances, they New York have one of the highest plate appearances versus left hand pitching. They sport right now. They sport a 179 WRC plus, 1,000 OPS, numbers on steroids, 297 batting average, 21% K rate. Like these numbers are great versus lefties here. Um, and so far in this small sample size, definitely look for this number to get up to around 300, 300 or something like that, 400, 500. I'll start utilizing these splits a little bit more, but we know what they've been doing versus lefties, man. We know. So I'll tell you, I did get the team total for I just had to use it at minus 140, I think, minus 145 at 2.5 for the Dodgers. That was last. I mean for New York Yankees. That was last night. Uh, you know, I had to, that's damn near like I gotta explain myself because you know they're going up against Scuba, but it is what it is, bro. Straight up. I didn't look at the team total for. I had tunnel vision. I didn't look at the team total for Detroit. I imagine it's going to be 3.5, and I do have interest in it, man. I do like it. So Team total 3.5. Colt keep hits all the way up to hits, runs, and RBIs. I wouldn't take. His walk percentage is through the roof. We looked at that earlier. Jackson like that, so we could definitely look at him for a walk. Um, Riley Green, hits, runs, and RBIs. Carpenter, he can go boom. Riley Green can go boom. I mean, hey. So I can't. My prize picks, is it's not letting me. It's not letting me. Every time it's still doing the same shit. It's not letting me pull it up. Right. It's not letting me pull it up. So um, more often than not, here I'm getting ready to do a same game parlay for this game, and I it's not like I want too many Dodgers. And I'm not going to be greedy or anything like that either. So more than likely, what I'm getting ready to do here is probably going to go. Hmm, maybe a plus 300 or something. I can see that, but I'll probably be going with a pitch and prop here. Might want to try 7Ks here. Or I can scratch the K's off, but I might want to try some hits, runs, and RBIs here, right? So I might want to go 2 for Kerry Carpenter, 2 for Riley Green, and I might want to go 1 for Cole Keith, and I might just want to go like that, right? I might, or I can take the strikeouts down if I want to and get to a plus 263. I'm completely fine with that, right? Anytime I get more than what I put in, I mean that's great. That's been one of my problems there is being greedy. I don't have to fuck with none of those uh New York Yankees players. I don't have to mess with them at all, right? I don't have to mess with them at all. If I'm scared of the pitching, I can take the pitching down. Now, other books you can do this, but I do like strikeouts and I do like pitching outs. You can add the pitching out in 365. You can add strikeouts and pitching outs and the hits, runs, and RBIs alternate from 1 all the way up to 8. So that's why I like Bet 365. The more flexibility that fits into my playing style, the better, right? And then don't forget um, don't forget that you know, don't forget that ain't no shame in my game because I'll go out there and I will take them. I'll take Kerry Carpenter for 1 hits, runs, and RBI. Riley Green for 1 hits, runs, and RBI. It's mathematically, this is just how I do it or how I can do it. And then Cole Keith will put me in plus money just like that. Or if I want to just stick with Kerry Carpenter, Riley Green, I can go back here to the pitcher props, slide me 6 of them things in there, and then I'm right back at plus money again. 6Ks, Riley Green, 1 hits, run, and RBI. Kerry Carpenter, 1 hits, runs, and RBI. I'll do that shit too. I'm not, hey, we got a lot of baseball. You want to collect as many wins as you can, right? The old saying ain't never been as much true as it is now. Don't stock the odds against you. That shit didn't ever come to fruition to me until I started gambling, right? And then I started, man, now it makes really, really sense. Each leg you add is a potential L, but when you're looking at a bankroll builder, everything is mathematics to me, right? You can take any 3 hits run, any 3 minus 300s and get to plus money, right? You can see I could close my eyes and pick any 3 of these motherfuckers. You can go and take in any 3 off the slate and just get you a plus money. I don't give a fuck what props they are. So at the end of the day, that's why it's called a book. We can open up the book, we go in there and find out some money. Somehow. It's just up to you what you're trying to get, how you're trying to get it, and what your plan is. So let me go ahead and plug in a few of those plays that I just showed you. But me, I'm plugging mine in on 365. So um and we got a bunch of games, man. Got a bunch of games. Uh, got a bunch of games. Let me see. Riley Green, Kerry Carpenter. I'm playing those two straight. Running them two back in same game parlays. And I'm taking the one for Coach Keith, and then I'm gonna take uh here though, I'm taking strikeouts at 6. Scuba, I'm taking strikeouts at 6 with Scuba in the same game parlay. And man, I'm thinking about because I'm getting ready to add in the now here you can get Coach Keith a walk at plus 115. Now the pitching outs you could get at a minus 235. You could also add that into your same game parlay, but it doesn't correlate right when you got the strikeouts in there. So I'll leave it to the side, and I'll go with this will give me a full hit. Riley Green 2 hits, runs, and RBIs. Kerry Carpenter 2 hits, runs, and RBIs. Cole Keith 1 hit, run, RBI. Scooble 6 Ks, and I'm gonna boost that by 30%, and I'm gonna play this. Then I'm gonna come back and I'm playing I'm playing 1 hits, runs, and RBI for Riley Green, 1 hits, RBI for Kerry Carpenter, 1 hit, run, RBI for Cole Keith, and then I'm gonna take the outs on this play right here. I'm gonna take the outs at now potentially. No, you know what? I'm not. I'm gonna leave the pitching outs. I'm gonna leave pitcher off this one, right? I'm gonna bet that. Then I'm gonna run it back. I'm gonna run it back, and just add the pitchers outs on there, right? So he's got to go 6 innings for me. That's a plus 220. I don't have no pitchers, no players on there for I don't have no players on there for I don't have no players on there for I don't have no players on there for the Yankees. I don't give a fuck what they do. So I'm gonna go over the prize picks. Now I might put them on here, right? So I'm gonna go over the prize picks and I'm gonna take I'm going to MLB. I'm going to strikeout props. I'm taking Scooble at 7. Then I'm going to hits, runs, and RBIs. And I'm gonna take what's this lineup looking like? I'm taking Judge at 1.5. I'm also taking Jazz at 1.5. And I'm taking Kerry at 1.5, and I'm taking uh Riley Green at 1.5. One, two, three, four, five, and that's a 5 play. This will be like a same game parlay. And then what's Coke Keith? Coke Keith I'm gonna take Coke Keith for a walk, man. Straight up. That's the same game parlay ticket right there. Prize picks. Have a little fun. I had an odd, what's that, $4? That'll pay me 60 something. What was that again? I'm gonna screenshot this I'm taking Coke Key for a walk straight up on plus 115 on Bet 365. Nobody will have time for me to get that in if I post that. So that's that's that. Okay. So hopefully, whatever happens, happens. Right. I took Koki for a walk at plus 115. Hits runs and RBIs for Riley Green at 115, minus 115. Kerry Carpenter minus 115. Got plus 110 for Scooble 7.5 Ks. And it is what it is. We'll see what's gonna happen. I didn't bet any of those boys on the flip side, but might be a live betting situation if he's cooking. Might come out there and start bet. Might come out there and bet live strikeouts. Who knows? I'll be flipping back and forth on my phone. If y'all know, see me doing that, I'm probably betting live strikeouts, right? Plate appearances, shit like that. So it is what it is. Mm. Well, this can really get go down the yeah. Goldsmith definitely. Him and Judge got 2 bombs on him. So I couldn't talk you off of that. He should be cooking because he let us down in that spot yesterday or the last game. Man, was he in a monstrous spot. So and then like I say, this New York Yankees team is man immaculate versus lefties, but I'm taking L. I don't mind taking an L. Not a lot of them though. Yeah, it is what it is though. It is what it is. I got a few more minutes here, so let's see what game. Wait a minute. Let's see what game I'm going to talk about next. Probably one more game, and that'll be well, I do want to. This is. Let me see. I got to see how San Francisco looks versus lefties. I got to, right? Because hey, throw something. Hey, throw something. Anything. It don't even, anything. I don't care if it's a buck. Put something on it. Like Denzel Washington said. That motherfucker said, "We leave it here with something." Yes, sir. So I do want to take a look at the lefties versus Lodolo. I mean the right-handers versus Lodolo, right? Because I'm probably gonna be betting uh Chapman. They got a lefty, man. So I'm probably gonna be betting Chapman and Ramos. So I definitely want to see what that looks like. Last year he was throwing that curveball, fastball, sinker. This year he's throwing that curveball, fastball, sinker. Curveball 47% of the time. Uh, so it is what it is. Get the left hand pitcher up there. Take Arizona down. Then we're going to San Francisco. We're going to San Francisco. We're going to San Francisco. All right, so bang that. Curveball 47%. Let's see what we work with. Yeah, but he will strike out though. Let me see something. Lodolo is my guy, man. I hate to have to do this. I hate to have to do this, bro. That's right. Get that money. I'm thinking about Contreras for a dinger at Coors. Yeah, Coors, y'all already know that's a different beast. Anybody's who somebody can go to the yard in that month. Um, Chapman's got a bomb. Flores got a bomb. Um, Ramos struck out one time versus him, and he's got a double. Chapman struck out twice. That one bomb, 3 hits, 4 RBIs. More than likely, that was a granny, right? With 4 RBIs, 3 hits, I'll go out on a limb and say that was a grand slam. Yeah. So, okay, let me take ESPN bet down. Just to let y'all know, I will be sprinkling a little bit on both of those guys' home runs, despite the matchup. Y'all know I'm gonna go in that corner over there somewhere and bet a home run on those guys. Y'all know that. But let's go. Ramos curveball, sinker, fastball, sinker, FB. So this year, I only really come to these guys when it's versus a lefty. Y'all know that. Y'all know that by now. Not a big sample size versus lefties, whatever case may be, but Chapman and Ramos have hit lefties. Let's go to last year. Versus this pitch mix, 6 bombs for Ramos. As you can see, he loved it there, right? For lefties, he loved it. Um, 35 fly ball, 18 barrel percentage, 6 bombs, 14 extra base hits. Limited lefties that they seen. Um, 400 isolated power, 14 OPS. Like, yes, Tyler Fitzgerald. Um, he had 5 bombs. Chapman had 4 bombs, right? So these guys would strike out. Um, but um, I don't know if Lodolo could find his strikeout stuff today. Who knows? But I think his K's been down, but he could find his stuff today. That first year, man, that first year for him just, man, that first year, man, I was making money off him and my guy, Hunter Green. But let's see, game log here. Right. So he had 4 strikeouts versus Milwaukee. Oh, he faced San Francisco this year. What happened? Flores hit that bomb. Ramos had a hit and a run. Fitzgerald had a hit. Chapman had a hit. Are they finna face him again? He only had 1 strikeout. He went 6 innings both of his games. Okay. All right, now let's see. I'm looking game log watching like a motherfucker already. Yankees getting on, man. Goldsmith singles. Rice singles. Judge struck out. He can go and sit this next motherfucker down too. What's the count? 1-1. Sit him down somewhere, Scooble. Sit him down somewhere. I need you for 8Ks. I ain't taking no money lines. I don't give a fuck what you do after 8Ks. All right. 6 innings and 8Ks. All right. Okay. That's basically what I wanted to see for that game. Okay. Um, it's Fitzgerald, um, Ramos, and Chapman for me on the San Francisco side. Um, hmm, let's see. Let's squeeze in this Coors game, man. Let's squeeze it on in. Let's go, Freddie. No, let's go. Damn. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Let's go. Let's go, Freddie. Freddie got a chance to hit his K's, but if they hot, he ain't getting there. He is not. Um, this ballpark. If you don't know about this ballpark, Freddie Peralta. If you don't know about this ballpark, then I don't know what to say. Freddie is fastball heavy, bro. 50% fastball, curveball, changeup, slider, and that's to righties. My boy is waiting to pop off, man. What's his name? Goodman. Today might be the day. Ooh, he don't like that fastball at all. Last year, this year, Goodman can't hang with that fastball, boy. We'll see. Fastball, curveball, changeup, Tovar, Bouchard. Bouchard got a bomb in the last week. Goodman. 5% K rate. Come on now, Goodman. Bouchard. Tovar, Doyle, Goodman, McMahon. Hmm. Okay. Goodman, Doyle, Tovar. I know they're gonna be in the lineup. All right. What about last year for those guys? Tovar was 300, 6 bombs. Taglia didn't like the pitch mix and it was a strikeout. Isolated power for Goodman was up, 6 bombs, would strike out. Let's look at these lefties. Oh, snap. I had that wrong. We erased that. I had that wrong. I had that wrong. Get that out of my memory bank. Got to go back now. Got to go back now because I had a left-hand pitcher up there. So these are the real numbers here, and it don't look good. It don't look good. $17 pitches, 2 strikeouts for Scooble. Okay, look at these lefties. Fastball, changeup. I'll put the curveball up there. McMahon's got a bomb. Who would they strike out? Wow. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah. So, versus right hand pitching, K percentage, Colorado number 1, Atlanta, Miami, Houston, Yankees number 5, Cleveland, San Francisco Giants, Detroit, Milwaukee, Cincy. Colorado number 1. But you're in course. You could easily get your ass tore up. 6.5 juiced up for Freddie Peralta. But any bat, regardless of the matchup, I can't talk you off of it. It's course field. I cannot. Peralta. Goodman's got a bomb off him. Tovar has 2 bombs off him. Doyle struck out 4 times. Chris Bryant 9. McMahon 4 strikeouts. 6 strikeouts for Stalling. I don't know who all of those guys who are still over there. They might be. McMahon. If you're looking at this year, his numbers all the way to what the strikeouts is there though. But despite the strikeouts, but the isolated power ain't there. We'll see. Milwaukee. Churio. What you looking like, Churio? Yo, Jackson. Jackson Churio. Kyle Freeland. Gave up 15 bombs to righties, 5 to lefties. This man throwing a bunch of shit, man. Lefties. Hmm. South Freelick this year. Terrain. Wait a minute. Nope. He's a lefty. Kyle Freeland's a lefty. So a hit or something for Kyle Freelick. Christian Yeller can hit lefties on the lefty lefty. Bryce Terrain. I mean, hits, whatever, right? Look at the righties. Jackson Churio. Benny Capra. Look at Contreras. God damn. 42 fast strikeout rate, man. Zero for 14. Damn. My life would have been better if I didn't bet on them motherfucker last year. Jackson Churio, Capra. What about last year? Contreras had 4 bombs last year. Churio had 6. Capra. Power numbers was there for Capra. Exavilo was not, or the fly ball was not. Mm. This might be the day, though. This is probably the day. This is probably the day. All right, let me see what we got here. All right. I'm gonna wrap it up right there. I did not look at um so St. Louis Pittsburgh, lovely pitching matchup. Sonny Gray versus Skeens, in Nerfy spot, whatever. Um, Wheeler versus Sale, Nerfy spot, K's, outs, whatever. Um, Pablo Cole Reagans, Minnesota, KC, Nerfy spot, outs, strikeouts, whatever, right? Um, Framber Valdez, they gave us that play today. Uh, Jackson gave us that play today. I like that play, right? It's definitely a strikeout type of day. San Diego and Athletics. Now, this ballpark here, it's automatically in play, man. It's automatically in play, right? This ballpark is automatically in play for it's gonna have to be automatically in play for runs, man, straight up. So at the end of the day here, um, I'll be looking at those San Diego bats for sure. Dylan C strikeouts are in play here for sure. Um, mm, okay. Um, what I can do here is from what I got right now, let's head over here to and you can use this however you want to use it. Let's head over here to hmm, all right, let's get a hits runs and RBI joint going, right? Uh let's go with a parlay here. Probably a four legger. Let's go with I'm gonna take let's go let's do a fun one here. Let's go Tyler O'Neill, Josh Naylor. Ah, let's go Pete Alonso. For the parlay, I really want Shohei Ohtani. I'm betting this straight. I'm taking this 2.5 straight. For the parlay, I want 1.5 for Shohei Ohtani. Um, Abreu, it's going to be a straight bet for me. Plus 130. It's going to be a straight bet for me. Abreu, a straight bet. Let's take Suzuki. Let's go, Josh Naylor. He's been making it happen for me. I think I'm going with. I want to go. I'm gonna end up taking Ramos and Chapman for probably like 2.5 or a bomb a piece, and hopefully one of them hit it. I'm thinking Chapman will be hitting a little bit higher in the lineup in like that 4 hole or something like that, and I'm expecting Ramos to be. So I'm probably gonna be looking at Chapman, but either one, Chapman, Ramos, or Fitzgerald. I just don't know what Fitzgerald's going to be hitting in the lineup. And Fitzgerald at plus 135 will be a straight play for me for the value. And let me see where these guys are hitting at, right? Because I'm going to go ahead and play this. Get ready to go ahead and play this. So where they projected to hit at, I think I'll just go Machado behind Tatis and Reyes. And Merrill's been on one. So I'll look at those two guys. Chapman projected to hit cleanup. Ramos leading off. I got to go Ramos. That's 4 plays. I'm gonna go Hunter Goodman. I'm gonna run this a fun parlay right here. Alonzo 1.5. Suzuki 1.5. Naylor 1.5. Ramos 1.5. Goodman 1.5. So many legs. Definitely probably won't hit, but if it does, I'm going to hit it. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna throw a little something on that just to hit that, right? Ton of bats that I like here. I stopped putting them down. I stopped putting them, adding them. But some bats that I do have added in. Um, Jose Ramirez, Cal Manzardo. These are the Dodge. This is that game there. Quan, Lane Thomas, those guys, Soto, Alonzo, Cameron Mincer, uh, Brandon Lowe, Caminario, Trout, um, Aranda, and then um, keeping it moving. This whole game, I like for hits, runs, and RBIs. I'm just telling you that shit right now. Favorite ones is Josh Naylor, Corbin Carroll, Tyler O'Neill, might play might do a three or oh I got a you get a free home run home run bet every day. O'Neill's going in there, right? Um, in fact, I'll show you guys the few picks that I'm probably going to put in there right now. Um, Ramos, Chapman, and Fitzgerald for sure. Didn't look at the Cincinnati side of things. Um, Seiya Suzuki, Hap, Swanson, um, Trout, Otani, Ref Snyder, and that's it, right? So the home run parlay so far, it's I get a free bet. You get a free bet on DraftKings. You get a free bet on DraftKings. That home run, Detroit scored. I wonder how they scored. I'll see. But you get a free home run parlay. I mean, a home run pick there. I'll go with Jose Ramirez, but I really wanted to put him in there. But it's free, so I might do three or five, right? So Alonzo, Tony. No, did I say Ref Snyder? I think I meant Abreu. I'm gonna have to go back and look. Damn. Low. So I'm gonna go Tyler O, Ramos. Three bets I know I'm going for sure. Tyler O, Ramos, and Otani. I'm gonna add some more. Three I know I'm going for sure is those three. Tyler O, Ramos, Otani. Damn, they fired Mike Malone. Damn, that was crazy right there. I didn't expect to turn around and see that shit. Torkelson, Coke Keith. All right. Peace out, man. Peace out. Right? Long stream. I ain't had no long ass stream like this in a long time. Tomorrow won't be this long though. I'm tell you that right now. I'll put out some plays, but I got things to do tomorrow and the next day. So hopefully, I'll be dumping stuff into the Dub Club as we go. So peace out, fam. Peace out. Mm.